Many longtime fans recall that Robyn once said she believed Kody was a father given to her children by God. That statement, made during the early seasons, cemented her as deeply devoted to Kody's role in her children's lives. But now, people wonder if Kody's influence has become overbearing. After all, the man who once spoke of love and equality now appears to rule his household with emotional ultimatums. In recent episodes, his resentment toward his adult kids for questioning him was palpable. Could that same intolerance have extended to Dayton? Adding another layer of intrigue, a few unverified reports claim Dayton may have chosen to live apart from his family entirely. Some claim he moved out to pursue work and independence, wanting space from the constant filming and family tension. Others suggest that his relationship with Robyn became strained because she couldn't accept his desire to live a more private life. Either way, the mystery surrounding his absence speaks volumes about the emotional state of the family behind the cameras. For viewers, the lack of transparency feels jarring. Sister Wives built its reputation on exposing the Browns' most intimate conflicts, everything from jealousy and heartbreak to faith crises and family fractures. To suddenly sidestep a major family member's disappearance feels suspicious. It's led some fans to wonder if Robyn and Kody have something to hide. Could Dayton's departure reveal deeper cracks in the family structure than the show dares to admit? The tension only intensified when eagle-eyed fans noticed that Dayton's bedroom in Robyn's home appeared redecorated in a recent episode. What was once a young man's space filled with personal touches now looked bare, almost like a guest room. The change sparked an avalanche of questions. Was he gone for good? Did Kody and Robyn decide it was time to move on without him? Or was it simply a mother reclaiming space in her evolving household? While no official statement has come from TLC or the Browns, silence often speaks louder than words. Every season has featured Kody and Robyn opening up about family struggles, but Dayton's name remains conspicuously absent. The network's choice to exclude any mention only fuels suspicion that something serious has occurred behind closed doors. In fan circles, the debate rages on. Some defend Robyn fiercely, insisting she's protecting her son's mental health and right to privacy. Others are less forgiving, accusing her and Kody of isolating Dayton in the same way they've seemingly cut off relationships with Kody's other older children. They point to Kody's own admissions of needing control and his history of favoring compliance over communication. If Dayton chose to assert independence, could Kody have taken it personally? For now, all anyone can do is piece together the puzzle through fragments. A missing social media post here, an edited scene there. But one thing is clear. Dayton's absence has reignited broader conversations about the Browns' authenticity and the emotional cost of fame. Fans feel connected to this family not just because of the drama, but because Sister Wives once represented the idea of love that transcends convention. Today, that vision feels fractured, especially when one of the family's most gentle souls seems to have vanished from the story. As the new season unfolds, viewers will be watching closely for any signs of reconciliation or revelation. Will Robyn finally address the rumors? Will Kody show a softer side, acknowledging that control has cost him connections he can't replace? Or will Dayton remain a ghost in the Brown family narrative, a reminder of how fame, faith, and fractured loyalty can consume even the strongest bonds? Until someone speaks, fans will continue to speculate, each theory more explosive than the last. But one truth remains undeniable. The silence around Dayton Brown is deafening. In a family where every emotion is supposed to be shared, his disappearance has become the loudest story of all. And for Kody and Robyn, it may be the one that finally shatters the illusion of unity they've worked so hard to maintain.
In the unpredictable and often chaotic world of Sister Wives, the Brown family has seen its fair share of controversies, heartbreaks, and emotional explosions. Yet nothing has sent shockwaves through the fandom quite like the latest rumor making the rounds, that Kody and Robyn Brown have allegedly kicked Robyn's oldest son, Dayton, out of the family spotlight and possibly even out of their home. The whispers started quietly, but grew into a storm that now threatens to overshadow every other storyline in the long-running TLC series. For years, fans have watched Robyn's eldest child grow from a quiet, gentle teenager into a young man navigating adulthood within one of America's most famously unconventional families. But lately, there's been an eerie silence where Dayton's presence used to be, and the internet is demanding answers. The speculation began when eagle-eyed viewers noticed Dayton's complete absence from recent episodes of Sister Wives. His once frequent appearances around the Flagstaff home had vanished without explanation. At first, some fans thought it might be an editing choice, a way for producers to focus more on Kody's strained relationships with his ex-wives and his remaining children still under one roof. But as weeks passed and Dayton remained nowhere to be seen, the theory took on a darker life of its own. Had Kody and Robyn made a shocking decision to distance themselves from him? Or had Dayton himself decided that the chaos and emotional pressure of being part of the Brown family's reality television empire was too much to handle? Dayton Brown, Robyn's eldest son from her previous marriage, was legally adopted by Kody in 2015, along with his sisters Aurora and Brianna. At the time, Kody and Robyn presented their newly blended family as an example of love conquering all obstacles. Dayton was often shown as soft-spoken and kind, the picture of a loyal son who quietly supported his mother as she navigated the turbulent waters of polygamy. For many viewers, Dayton's presence represented stability amid the drama that frequently engulfed Kody's relationships with his wives. However, as the years passed, the family's once tightly woven bonds began to unravel, and fans now suspect that Dayton may have found himself caught in the emotional crossfire. The growing concern about Dayton's disappearance from the show started on social media, where fans began posting side-by-side screenshots of old Sister Wives episodes compared to the current season. In the earlier years, Dayton was often seen helping around the house, sharing lighthearted moments with his siblings, or standing beside Robyn during confessional interviews. But now his absence is glaring. One Reddit thread titled, "Where's Dayton?" quickly gained traction, with fans sharing theories that ranged from reasonable to downright explosive. Some claimed that Dayton simply wanted privacy, while others insisted that something more serious had occurred behind the scenes, possibly involving tension between Dayton and Kody. Robyn Brown has always been known for her emotional nature, often wearing her heart on her sleeve and crying openly on camera when the pressures of polygamy or family division became overwhelming. Her fierce protectiveness over her children, especially Dayton, was often considered one of her defining traits. She has frequently described her son as sensitive, thoughtful, and deeply loyal. That's why many fans find it difficult to believe she would ever allow Kody to push Dayton away, and yet whispers of a potential falling out between the two men persist. According to unconfirmed fan reports, Dayton may have moved out of Robyn and Kody's Flagstaff home some time ago, choosing to live on his own to establish independence. While this sounds like a natural step for a young adult, the way the show and Robyn have completely avoided mentioning it has raised more questions than it answers. Some fans believe that Kody's increasingly controlling personality may have played a role in Dayton's decision to step back. Over recent seasons, Kody's relationships with his older children have deteriorated dramatically. His sons Gabriel and Garrison, both from his marriage to Janelle, publicly clashed with him during the COVID-19 pandemic over his rigid rules and favoritism toward Robyn's household. When Garrison tragically passed away earlier this year, it only deepened the emotional chasm between Kody and the rest of his family. In that environment, it wouldn't be surprising if Dayton, who has always been known for his gentle nature, found it difficult to maintain harmony under his stepfather's increasingly authoritarian tendencies. Fans suspect that if Dayton expressed any disagreement or desire for distance, Kody may have taken it as an act of disloyalty, much like he did with his biological sons. Another layer to this mystery involves Robyn's parenting style. Over the years, viewers have noticed that she has a tendency to hover protectively over her children, particularly Dayton. In past episodes, she has tearfully admitted how hard it was for her to let him go when he moved out to attend college in Flagstaff. She described feeling anxiety at the thought of not being able to watch over him and ensure his safety. Fans empathized with her maternal instincts, but also worried that such intense emotional dependency might make it difficult for Dayton to fully spread his wings. If he's now taken steps toward independence, it could be causing immense emotional turmoil within the household. Turmoil that Kody, known for his aversion to emotional messiness, might have little patience for. On Reddit and X, formerly Twitter, the theories have spiraled into a full-blown storm. Some users insist that Dayton's absence is nothing more than a private decision, a young man choosing to live his life outside the shadow of reality TV. Others are convinced that Kody and Robyn made a conscious choice to keep him off camera to protect him from fan scrutiny. A few more dramatic voices even claim that there was a major falling out between Kody and Dayton, perhaps over family dynamics, money, or Dayton's reluctance to participate in filming. The truth remains unclear, but the lack of transparency from both TLC and the Browns has only made the speculation louder. The heart of this controversy lies not only in Dayton's disappearance, but in what it represents about the Brown family as a whole. Over the past few years, viewers have watched as the once expansive plural marriage crumbled piece by piece. Christine left Kody first, reclaiming her independence and moving to Utah to start a new chapter. Janelle followed, declaring she was no longer in a spiritual marriage with Kody after months of conflict. Even Miri, who had been emotionally separated from Kody for years, finally admitted the relationship was over. That left Robyn as the last remaining wife and the target of much fan resentment. Viewers have accused her of manipulating Kody, isolating him from his other wives, and creating an emotional bubble where she and her children became his only priority. Now, with rumors that even Dayton might be gone, fans are asking whether the bubble has finally burst.
The Brown family has weathered countless storms, but fans say the latest one is the most unforgivable yet. In the aftermath of unimaginable family heartbreak, rumors have exploded across social media that Kody and Robyn Brown are shamelessly exploiting grief for personal gain. What began as quiet whispers of questionable behavior has erupted into a firestorm of outrage, with fans accusing the Sister Wives stars of turning tragedy into an opportunity to rebuild their tarnished public image and their bank accounts. From emotional on-screen confessionals that feel rehearsed to suspicious social media activity hinting at monetized sorrow, the internet is ablaze with one furious question. Have Kody and Robyn truly sunk this low? The name Brown was once synonymous with unity, faith, and unconventional love. The Sister Wives franchise introduced the world to Kody Brown and his sprawling polygamous family, promising a glimpse into a world built on trust and spiritual devotion. But over the years, that promise has decayed into chaos, betrayal, and heartbreak. Now, as the family reels from grief, a new and shocking accusation threatens to destroy whatever shred of respect remains. Fans are accusing Kody and Robyn Brown, the last remaining couple standing in the wreckage of their once plural marriage, of grifting off the pain of those they claim to love. What was once a show about love and family now stands accused of being a stage for manipulation, self-promotion, and profit built on tragedy. The catalyst for this explosive backlash began subtly. As the new season of Sister Wives unfolded, viewers noticed an uncomfortable pattern emerging. Every scene involving Kody and Robyn seemed to lean heavily on emotional sorrow. They spoke at length about heartbreak, betrayal, and family loss, but the tone felt off, rehearsed, overly dramatic, and conveniently timed around their new business ventures and public appearances. To many fans, it looked less like a family in mourning and more like a calculated performance designed to evoke sympathy and attention. That suspicion grew into outrage when online sleuths discovered a series of monetized posts, live streams, and cameos featuring both Kody and Robyn, many of which leaned into their narrative of grieving and healing. It didn't take long before the phrase grifting off grief started trending among Sister Wives viewers. The Brown story has always been one of extremes. Extreme love, extreme conflict, and now, it seems, extreme opportunism.
After years of family turmoil, culminating in heartbreak and loss, including the devastating death of Janelle and Kody's son Garrison, fans expected a quiet season focused on reflection and healing. Instead, what they got felt like emotional theater. Viewers pointed out how Kody and Robyn, while speaking about loss, constantly shifted the focus back to themselves, their pain, their loneliness, their supposed isolation. Every tear seemed to come with a lingering camera shot, every confession paired with a monetizable platform. The internet began to buzz with accusations that Kody and Robyn were capitalizing on collective grief to rebuild their brand and recast themselves as victims. For longtime fans of Sister Wives, this wasn't entirely surprising. Kody's transformation from idealistic patriarch to self-absorbed authoritarian has been playing out for several seasons. Once he preached about family unity and shared faith, but over time, his words turned into bitter monologues about betrayal and obedience. Robyn, once seen as a gentle peacemaker, now stands accused of manipulating emotions to maintain control over Kody and the narrative surrounding their relationship. Together, they've become symbols of everything viewers hate about reality TV excess: emotional exploitation disguised as vulnerability. The current scandal only cements that image. What angers fans most is the timing. Following the family's loss, rather than taking a step back from the spotlight, Kody and Robyn leaned in. They continued filming, giving lengthy emotional interviews, and using their grief to frame themselves as misunderstood figures wronged by the world. In one confessional, Kody wept openly, saying he couldn't understand how his family had turned on him. But fans were quick to notice that his tears came moments after promoting his new online ventures and speaking about healing through storytelling, a phrase many now interpret as code for monetizing family pain. For many viewers, it felt manipulative, as if he were trying to profit from an emotional wound that didn't belong entirely to him. Robyn, too, has faced mounting criticism. Once admired for her empathy, she's now seen as the architect behind this new phase of emotional branding. In recent interviews, her sorrowful expressions have been met with skepticism from fans who believe she's weaponizing emotion for public sympathy. Her recent reappearance on social media, after months of silence, coincided suspiciously with promotional posts for the couple's upcoming online projects. "She knows exactly what she's doing," one fan wrote in a viral Reddit thread. "Every tear has a purpose. Every sad post is timed. It's not grief, it's strategy." This perception of emotional manipulation didn't arise in a vacuum. For years, Kody and Robyn have been accused of using the family's dysfunction as a shield. When Christine left, Robyn painted herself as a victim of jealousy,